Welcome, everyone, to our. Oh shit! I got the stream not muted. There we go. I can't listen to myself. Such an horrendous voice. Welcome to our Tuesday game today. It is because I was exhausted during Sunday and we had to move it. Luckily enough, we managed to get it together here today, anyways. The last session had a good ending for once. The party managed to kill the bad guy underneath Telit after a pretty weird fight where I think Eli had more or less every single status alignment that is possible in the game to have, and
he wasn't charmed. He was not charmed.
That is
he was
true.
not charmed. But it was a very amazing fight with thousands of marbles dropping down with liver wardings on them and ducking spells all over the place. And of course, I didn't just want to have it be 1,000 thunder waves or some shit like that, because that would be boring. So instead, we had a weird-ass alignment fight or status alignment fight. But as the party has now gathered up another piece of the tablet underneath Telit, they made their way around the massive caverns and examined most of it. They found more teleportation circles. They found most of it being cracked and unable to be used. There was more flora and fauna that wasn't really natural to this landscape, and that was also new for many of you because you have never been in the Underdark before. There wasn't any more history than you've kind of found so far. The rest of the village or town seem to have been completely abandoned, and there are no traces of any other corpses, any blood, like anyone. It just seems like they're gone. So the only part of like death you did find was behind the church in the hole. You did find a set of items as well scattered throughout the entire cavern and have brought that back with you. And getting back up to the surface is a bit of a struggle. It's not a massive one, but it's mainly Cohen that can't really swim and then having to swing up. It's not an easy task, and after grueling few minutes, you manage to get to the surface, where it would currently be early as morning, a day and a half after you swam in.
Ooh.
I believe that because of how we did the chat RP, it would be, I'm assuming, you guys going and finding yourselves a tavern, and then from there we'll take the
Yes.
the RP. So when you get up, Christoph kind of just moves up in front of the party, and then you guys with ease move out through the gates and back into the city proper again. Any specific tavern that you guys would be looking for, or is it just like first come, first serve?
I think Nevin would try and look at like his favorite one, like the one he's like maybe not recognized, but the one he's been a patron of the most when he's been here and before.
Yeah.
Probably like a workers, like a maybe not like the fanciest place, but
I think it would be located. I can't barely see with this, but thinking since you're from there, it would probably be like in here somewhere. You can barely see, but just a smallish inn / tavern with a few very devout patrons rather than a lot of them. Okay, so you make your way to the Wagging Tail, where Orna is the barkeep, owner of the tavern. and she sees you coming. The great smile on her face as she hasn't seen you for a while. Oh no, shit! Is the sound that sound is going to everyone, right? Of the clicking. Yeah.
We forgive you.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So she sees you, kind of brightens up. Navin, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Nice to see you as well, Lorna. We get a table for me and my friends.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And
The same,
rooms.
I'm assuming.
Rooms.
So what was that?
Rooms, please.
We don't
A
have
night.
any rooms. It's in the morning, so like
We'll-
sun just
We'll
has
manage
risen.
together. Yes, spring us out 5 of the regular. I just put 2 silver pieces on the table.
Where the fuck is this shit?
Which I assume covers the cost. Like I don't know, is it like more?
No,
prices
like
here?
yeah, you get food and drink for that price for everyone. It's just I'm trying
And
to
a little tip for the waitresses and like friends and stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. There is that. Yeah, so you all sit down, and it takes you a little bit until the food arrives, but you may start talking already.
Do you want us to redo the text RPG, or should we just go from after that? Or
I think we can redo it, right?
Yeah.
I think that we.
yeah, so it's pretty like we're pretty quiet, just like sitting down, taking in the sights, waiting for the drinks to come in, and as they do, Navin sort of brings up the conversation. It's like, we have done well, considering the stakes at hand. Toast to our success and survival. I think we can sleep well tonight with another shard in our possession, but I don't. Where do we go next?
Well, the crags are fairly nearby. I'm not eager to necessarily cut my way through a horde of goblins, but geographically, that is one of the closer areas we could head off to. There is always the issue of supplies, and the Laura might prove useful in that regard. What are the rest of your thoughts? Don't everyone speak at once.
So long as we are moving, leaving Talit, I think I'd be comfortable.
I wish to stay for a few days. But if we...
Yes, I think we all need a break, at least for some time.
Not so much
Sorry.
a break that I want.
Is there some other business that you might have here?
My body is incredibly taut and fragile after the past day and a half, and I feel that both heart and soul need a rest to be able to continue. I also have a few things that I would like to try out that could be useful in the future in combat. And I don't want to have to go out and experiment on the fly in order to save you again, Garrus.
I appreciate that sentimentality. Gowan, you've been quiet of late. What are your thoughts on what we should do next?
No, you all make interesting points, so yeah, I think I think you should do whatever. I mean, all of you always make the right choice, so let's go on with that.
And I think circumstances have proven of late that is not always the case. Regardless, I did ask. I would like to hear your perspective on the issues. Found that you have more insight into these matters than myself, at the very least.
Obviously, no, but yeah, as I said, I have. You guys are gonna save the world, so that's good.
I thought we were beyond this point, Cohen. I don't understand. I get why you're like this, but seriously, if you were even half as bad as you think of yourself, then you would have died a long time ago, no? You're literally on an adventure that would kill any normal human, yet you're not ordinary. Your capabilities far exceed that of any ordinary human, and it just bugs me that you think of yourselves as lesser than anyone around this table. Like, I get that you were broken down and assembled back into whatever that piece of shit wanted, but don't you think you're letting him continue to win when you're like this? The way he molded you, you beat him, you won. You're free and you're alive. He tried to bring you back and you won again. Just for once, could you try to see the Cohen we see? Not the one that you've been told exists. I see a caring, kind-hearted, strong, passionate and stalwart friend who would rather give his life than just to watch his friends get hurt. And if you push yourself down for being all of that, then what does that make the rest of us that's half the man that you are?
I mean, I'm doing better. I was doing better, and you all showed me that, there are good people, but then I just ran straight into his trap. I got Garrus in trouble and all of you in trouble, and not only that, but I also tried to make decisions on my own, and what the fuck happened? Well, you all had to step in, save me from a fucking crocodile, and I got you attacked by monsters, and I hear you, Christoph, I really do, but Demos is right. He's always been right, and the more... Who disappeared?
We lost
The
someone.
GM.
We lost a DM. That's a bad one.
No!
Why?
Yes! We're so hard for this moment! Let's go!
Technology, why must you fail us?
Quick, level up while he's not looking.
Yes.
TV items. Come on, open the compendium. Come on.
I am the DM now. Look into my eyes.
Okay, well, let's do a little, I
Who
don't
wants
know.
some free XP? XP, anyone?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yes, here.
There you go.
Let's see, final newbie. Oh, I'm like, is that the word? Yeah, final newbie. Thank you for the follow. That's an amazing, oh, you're new to D&D. Okay, yeah, hi.
1200 D1000. Nobody can tell me what to roll anymore.
You came right into, well, oh, you just started today. Oh, well, this session is gonna be very much RP. So, let's see. Yay! We got him back. Okay, cool.
There he is.
Okay.
Blue screen of death.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, good. You got me concerned there. I've also lost connection to the server.
Yes,
So-
because
Yeah.
when my computer's...
Would make it.
Wait, did you actually beat us?
Yes.
Oh no!
I mean, my
Oh,
computer does
no,
that
no.
now and then.
What that? Your computer that's not normal.
Nope.
Usually, at least.
No.
It's normal for mine for some reason. Whenever there's like a new Windows update, it just does this.
A new Windows updates your computer. You've run a hardware check, right? It posts and all that. All right.
Obviously, post because he's he's here now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
To be able
Weird.
to
All right.
get back in. Let's continue.
Okay. Yeah.
I couldn't
Where are you
couldn't
at?
get my Staff of the Magi because your computer was down. It's not fair.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta get back into it. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay. Like, I hear you, Christoph. It's just that. Demos is right. He's always been right. And the more I stand up against that, the more I drag you guys into the dirt and through trouble. And if I would have decided would have gone to Baster and made sure that my husband is, well, still my husband, but if I go there, Demos is gonna make sure I pay for not listening to him. And I just, all I know is that I can't afford to lose any of you. You're too valuable to lose, and I hate that my garbage is coming in the way and threatens all of you. That being said, I don't want to die. I know it might seem like I want to, but well, now I have people to live for. That's the only reason I stayed alive when Demos enslaved me, whipped me, and he sent me to different noble houses to pleasure lords and ladies. And well, he cut my tongue off because I just stay alive because of my family and my husband, and now I need to stay alive for all of you, for you, Garrus, Davin, Eli, Christoph. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have slit my throat a long time ago, but I haven't. So won't you count that as something, at least, Christoph?
Christoph looks at you. Then he puts both of his hands on the table and kind of pushes him out. He is right. Right? No. No. Of course he could do those things and tell you that when you were alone, but the moment you weren't alone anymore, he couldn't do anything. He tried his hardest to hurt us and get you back, but you're still here. Just because you can't do something alone doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just because somebody stronger than you pushes you down doesn't mean that you can never become better. Stop shouldering everything yourself. Stop acting like you're the only one here that can't do everything. None of us can do everything, and everyone here would be like you if they were forced to go through what you have gone through. No. If you don't live for yourself, you're nothing more than a slave. If you don't live for yourself and what you want in life, they win. He is not right. He never was. Drag up all the danger you want. We're your friends. We will stand by you and protect you and those you care for as long as you let us, but I can't stand you saying that he was right or did anything good. I won't be your friend if that is what you truly believe. I can't be your friend if you don't live for yourself. And the reason you choose.
I, um, I, I didn't mean to upset you, Christoph. You're, you're right, Christoph. I'm not alive. I died at the well of life when he put me in the cage. But all of you have given me a reason to become more than a slave and a thing. But everything he told me, everything that I fuck. I think I'm trying to find my way back, but back to the happy, energetic husband and sculptor I was. But truth is, I will never live that life again. I want to stop. I want to stop Elitisuna. I want to destroy Demos. I want to help all of you any way I can, but you keep saying that I can't see my own value, but my value is to keep you guys alive, and I refuse to see any of you get hurt.
Going not too long ago, you reminded me of the bonds I forged with the people around me. Of those who I'm important to, whose well-being is inseparably tied to my own. Whenever I'm harmed, I harm them as well. Every man is free to forge and break those bonds at will, including yourself, but I know yet you truly want to stay connected to us. I also suspect that, for you at least, a collar feels more comfortable than the friendship we share. But for our sake, Cohen, stop trying to transmute that friendship into some metal collar. You want lesser than us. You want our servants. You want somebody to sacrifice. But when it seems convenient, you're Cohen. A friend. Person. Somebody who's always concerned about others, who takes a quiet enjoyment in their craft, who is always willing to reprimand them when they do something idiotic. That's the Cohen we want, not Cohen the slave, and I suspect that will never change. Whatever consequences comes of that friendship, that's... well, that will be something I'm willing to accept. Myself, I don't think I could bear a collar.
Fuck. I'll admit. The chains are they feel like home. I hate that I feel this way, but I'm just so fucking scared. But you're right. Fuck. Christoph, let this be a token of my willingness to get better. And I look to any sort of barkeep or
Yeah.
Somebody and wave them there, and I like I'm sweating profusely, like it's like, yeah, total stressed out, and I focus on the spell sending, and I focus on Demos, and I'm trying to get him to hear like me defiantly standing up for myself, basically, as I talk to the well, as I try to place an order, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Roll me a d100. Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
What?
You place the order. The
Well,
woman.
can I say
Yeah,
it?
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. I want a bring me onion soup with extra bread, and I'm ordering it because I want to, because no one controls me.
She like looks a bit confused at you others, and then like just kind of nods and walks off. And Christoph kind of looks up and gives you a nod as well. Garrus, could you roll me an Arcana, please?
Can. I'm not sure I want to. That is very scary and terrifying. But,
You can choose not to.
and I'm gonna feel bad about it. Oh, okay. That's a 9.
Yep, it is. Sorry, I just have to. Is that the almond ice cream from the boys? Yeah, that one. Look. Sorry.
The what?
Is that almond? Like I'm forgetting the name of the company that makes them.
Cast identify on the ice cream.
Yeah. Roll me a d100, please.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's just some raspberry thingy from a
Oh, okay,
shop.
sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, hey! Damn, that's a shit roll. Now, it's yum. Sorry. So, the deer. The deer.
Do you want to get some ice cream, GM?
Let's hear it. Let's hear the deal. No.
What?
Didn't you say make an ice cream deal?
Oh.
No, I was. Do you want to get ice cream real quick, GM?
Oh,
Just to
I don't
satisfy
have,
your
I don't have
carnal
ice
urge.
cream at home, unfortunately.
You always
I would
have
love.
it.
I'm lying. I actually do have, but that's for later. So
Successfully derailed.
one orders, the barkeep or barmaid walks away, and the door opens. And Garrus, like you sense it's a bit too late, but this just residue of arcane power can be felt, and you hear as the door is opened and somebody walks up to you guys. Wipe that smug look off your face, Cohen. You're still a slave. And you hear a chair being pulled out, pushed, backwards with its back turned towards the table, and he sits the other way around. You look towards Demos, but his appearance is more like angular, like more fiendish. His eyebrows are a bit longer. His eyes are more of cat pupils, just slightly so. The colors in his eyes are like a bluish red, and he was wearing a simple like robe in some like sanguine color with a dark cape, and there seems to be a sword at his hilt. And he just sits down, smiles, and looks at all of you. Pleasure.
I, I, I didn't mean to. I'm
I
sorry.
cast
I'm
protection
sorry.
from evil and good on Cohen.
We see him as well, right?
Sorry?
We see him and we recognize him from
Yeah,
before.
yeah. He's
I
the boy
swing
that
at him instantly. Swing at him.
Sure, roll me an attack. I mean, with disadvantage as well, because you technically
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
pull out the
That's-
weapon and everything.
Yeah. It's not a very accurate attack, but it's just It's. Let's see. Go. Nope.
This is the guy that attacked you in Ballora, by the way, Eli.
It's
Does it get better shit to
So,
Yeah, with the
what did you say, Eli?
I didn't catch what you said, DM.
It is the guy that attacked you in Ballora when you were having the fight. The guy that almost took Garrus' soul.
That is most definitely a bad.
You know, the first fight that we had, that was demons. That.
Him, yeah.
So you make a rather brash swing with your warhammer, and he checks it by pulling out his own sword, 3 centimeters out of its scabbard, and just completely stops your warhammer. And then he kind of turns to now, calm down. And he
Send for a
sheets-
priest.
You say this out, and the other 4 patrons just continue
Basically.
drinking. Yeah. About this time, the onion soup kind of comes and it's placed in front of Cohen, and Demas just stretches over, takes the onion soup, pulls it over to his side, and kind of takes the spoon and needs a bit
100%.
more salt.
This is a very stupid idea. I'm not sure I really want to do it. Can I
And
shape water the soup from
No.
the bowl into his face? Yeah, I figured as much.
In his nose.
So he kind of sits there and very calmly eats, and then how is Cohen reacted to all this?
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that was a very shitty D100 roll.
Yeah, really well. Oh my god. All the things that Christoph and the others were saying, that really did hit home. But for him to be reprimanded right away, this is so bad. This is the worst fucking thing ever. So I would say that, I'm just taken over with complete fear and just,
Yeah, understandable. How is Eli, looking, doing, feeling?
Eli has been sat there, wide-brimmed hat on, holding his staff, listening to everyone around, and was about to pitch in when Demos arrived, and then seeing this, not wanting to take over or control or dictate this moment, he instead, at the table, envelopes himself in shadow and teleports 10 feet away behind Demos, between Demos and the door.
Sure.
And just stands there.
Yep. A brooding guard, security guard at the nightclub, waiting to toss all of the perverted teens out. Demos finishes the soup, kind of looks to Cohen. Can I be honest with you, Cohen? Sure. You know why I like torturing you?
wasn't. It wasn't like that. No, it's
I'm asking you if you know why I did it and why I enjoyed it. Because I did very much enjoy it. Every single second of it. And it almost hurts me to say, it's almost makes a stain on my reputation, but I didn't seem to be able to fully break you. And that is what made me continue. And I suppose what you are doing here is the proof that no matter how much I've tried, you somehow seem to be able to get back up on your feet. Now, I no longer have your soul in my possession. I don't know what you did when you left me for the final task, but somehow your soul left my possession and entered the goddess of death's realms. And now you are here, with it still being within you. I don't really care as to why it happened, but
I didn't
He,
mean
like,
to.
looks to the others, completely ignoring Cohen's remark. I feel like if I were to try to take you, then your friends are going to make my life annoying.
Bet
And
on it.
even though I know that I could probably vanquish you, it would be no fun. So, I came here to, I suppose, make a contest out of it. I can leave you alone if you promise me that when you die, I get your soul. Alternatively, we can battle it out, winner takes it all style. And I mean, with everyone. Of course, I would not exclude your beautiful friends from this either. Now, I very much enjoyed this soup, but I do prefer things a bit more bloody. So, I'm gonna leave you all to discuss my very, very nice proposal. And he just kind of stands up.
Just leave it with that.
He
Or the
turns
jet
around.
equivalent, yeah.
Yeah, and then like he goes to flip his coat a little bit like this, and you
Deimos.
get one of this like at the back. Like he
Go
stops and then turns around. Yes,
Before you
Garrett.
make idle threats, you should probably learn whose toes you're stepping on.
Are we doing this again, Garrett? The last time you
accept.
tried to threaten me, it didn't go very well now, did it?
I accept.
I'm saying,
Sort of slightly punch Cohen and like, no, you don't.
there are more players than you who are after me at this time.
My hand on Cohen's shoulder.
Oh, but Garrus, I don't care about the others. I don't give two hoots about them. Either you agree to my proposal, or I am going to kill you.
I accept.
And then I am going to
accept.
get what I want. Anyway, there is nothing in between. No matter what, I am going to get what I want. And if you so truly are desperate to give me your soul, then go ahead and make another retort. And we'll see how it goes.
I accept.
Try me.
I accept.
Navin wants to stand up and like stand in between Cohen and Demos.
Yep.
And like sort of like, is he taller or shorter? Like,
He's shorter than you, absolutely.
so yeah. So I sort of look down on him, like, I would rather die than lose another friend.
That is why I'm giving you this opportunity. So, talk it through.
Say nothing. Let's just stand there.
Yeah. He kind of waits for Garrus to say something stupid.
Garrus has said his piece.
Yep. Cool. He turns and then he sees Eli there, and like he just walks right up towards you.
You can walk around me if you want.
Oh, he looks like he's going to just walk into you.
Teleport 5 feet.
Yep. Backwards or like behind him.
Just like 5 feet to the side so we can pass.
That's so cool.
But like eyes did not leave him at all.
Yep.
There's like a
That's
dissipating
nice.
shadow of cloud that
Yeah.
you must walk through.
Why is this not working? Okay, I'm gonna have to just close that quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, so he kind of leaves you, and he probably heard you, Cohen, but he completely ignored what you said.
Yep.
So Christoph kind of looks to the others.
Garrus is gonna stroke his trembling left arm, try and calm it down as best as he can. I'm assuming it's scared.
Takes a seat next to Cohen.
Fucking headless spawn.
I think we've all decided. I don't think we agree, though, when I look to Cohen. I don't think you should give away your soul. Choose to do what you wish. But if you would...
I would rather
do-
die than have you do that, personally.
I don't think I could live with myself. So please.
I'll develop something to keep
Don't.
them away. The casting of it is going to be very limited. Expensive. How did he even find us? That was quite quick. And for someone like him.
Demons probably have their ways.
Are you okay, Cohen?
Oh, I'm fucking not okay, Garrus. No.
I don't know. It was a stupid question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am.
No. The last thing I want right now is for you to be sorry. But it's your life, your decisions, and your choices.
Well,
I am not comfortable having him hanging over our shoulders.
There's not much we can do about it now without the assistance of a priest.
Is there no ward?
Although, we do know, or rather suspect, of another of his ilk. If you could pit the two of them against each other, it might be easier for us.
Say a lie. Attack against us both. So no more warding magics, nothing to hide where
Nothing
Cohen is.
permanent.
There
Nothing
is
permanent. That wouldn't be
an amulet
very,
against
very...
proof and location, proof of detection and location would probably do it. But we'd need 5.
We have the funds for such a thing.
suppose Levante is the place to find these artifacts.
Also,
Delora. Also,
Well, we'll pass by Ballora regardless, I would say.
there's
how
also
much?
something.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's also something just came to mind. In the Third War with the Alderi Dominion, Altwicky's scouts were actually sent through crags in an effort to forge a minor peace with the goblins, mostly to ferry troops, but there were some odd reports I remember reading on structures there. If those documents were to be anywhere, it'd be in Ballora.
It would be in Oldberg, or sorry, it would be in Vale, if it would be anywhere, because this was prior to the expansion up north, so they still wouldn't really have control of the northern part, and it was. Let's just see, yeah. So with the role that you did, you would know. I'm just gonna bring you over here. Anybody that's in needs to refresh. So basically, a long ass while ago, the goblins had sent a lot of letters to the king of Altwick and asked, like, could we please stop being slaughtered? Could you, like, please genociding us? Like, stop the genocide that you're doing. Let us have our lands and, like, not have to be under your boot the entire time. And they never, like, got a response. So eventually they just sent a letter that said, since you have ignored us, we are now at war. So the war was between the goblins in the Greenskin Crags, I believe, the Bloodmoon clan, and then the Kingdom of Altwick. And what happened was that they basically marched out, and for the first time in history, goblins were seen with, like, massive ass siege engines. So they pulled out, like, 50 trebuchets and just almost leveled Urkath to the ground. And when the villagers started fleeing south, there was another force of goblins waiting, killing 9 out of 10 people in Urkath, all in just a few hours. And after that, they withdrew back into their mountains, and the king, not wanting to face complete humiliation, sent most of his forces into the Greenskin Crags, and the goblins just guerrilla warred completely, and, like, they lost everything. Then fast forwarding a few hundred years, the king decided to instead send small, like, elite bands of adventurers with a, like, larger Landsknecht army. So, like, to kind of draw the attention of the goblins. So they sent in the army to draw the attention, and then they sent the adventuring parties around. And one of the reports, according to your memory, from, like, the deep delve into the Greenskin Crags was of a door equal to the one in the Wailing Woods being found. And it is possible that location and everything would be found on those reports. If so, however, it would most likely be in Vale, unless there has been, like,
a reason to move to, like, somebody quests to read through them.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, unless there has been a duplicate created and then placed in Ballora.
Most likely in Vale, but that's too far out of our way to not teleport to. There are things of interest in Vale, chiefly the issue between Kristoff and I, but I believe it's too far out of our way to commit to now.
I don't feel like we've talked enough about... Sorry. About
So,
the devil.
do you want...
Getting maybe not an upper hand, but some sort of protection for us against him would be most important. But I don't know if he'll attack us while we're in town.
Didn't he just propose a deal, like a game, to him? Can we not come up with a game that would be beneficial for our own situation?
I was under the impression that he would set the rules.
Maybe we can promise him a fight in a specified time. Give us a bit of time. But can we trust him?
No, he's a devil.
If he's a devil and he makes a deal, then yes. What kind of studies have you been doing, Garrus?
Devils have had far more centuries the art of deal making than any of us. Whatever deal we make with it, it will be far in his favor, regardless of whatever cautionary efforts we make. Such that we might assume that he will break his word.
But we are going to
I'm not-
assume that no matter what we choose. He proposed, what, 3 things? Either he kills us, or we play a game, and he has some fun, and then he kills us, right? So we only need to find a thing that we think he would enjoy to give us some downtime.
How do we probe such a thing? How do we find out more if he would be... He only seems to be torturing Cohen, and I don't think I could stand that more than I already stand when he shows up.
Maybe we can make a lifelike doll of Cohen, give it to him, like a sleeping pillow or something, then he'd be happy.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's more the pain that he's interested in.
Maybe we can record some noises of Cohen screaming and groaning, making it sound like he is in pain.
I might do it.
Are you ticklish, Cohen? He gently nudges Cohen.
What?
Are you ticklish?
No.
Navin finds out, like...
Yeah. I think Christoph does the same on the other side.
Is that a sleight of hand, maybe? Like, to see if it's...
Sure. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ticklish. Why?
No. We're just talking about ways to make a more... He kind of looks at it. Are you going to come and sit down, Eli?
Sorry.
I wouldn't blame you for wanting to walk out at this point. As you can see, we've made a number of enemies.
You and me both. Sorry, I was thinking. Maybe I'll come over and sit down in his spot from before.
I can't imagine the devil in Ballora would be too happy to learn of Deimos' claims.
What
But I also
devil
don't
do you
want to
mean?
deal with it. It's a suspicion. Nothing more. But based on what I've learned from Cohen and my own gut feeling, I think our friend in this palace is more than he seems.
That gives me nods to that.
Why are we even talking about this? I mean, come on. We just got a shard. Navin, come on. You. Come on. And I just take a tankard and just try to, like, make him drink it and stuff.
No, it's not today. We need to talk about this.
No, no, there's nothing to talk about. So I mean, we're fine. We're fine, right? Come on.
Not if
Yes.
you give your soul away. If you give your
I know
soul
you
away,
have-
we're not friends anymore. I won't stand it. Can't stand it.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. It's
I'm
not
familiar
really,
enough with you right now to know that if there was an opportunity to help people, you would probably sacrifice yourself to do so.
but it's not really a sacrifice. Come on, I mean,
Don't say that.
I am going to punch you.
well,
If you say
fucking
it.
do that.
Okay? I'm gonna make you an even worse proposition. If you accept that deal, I'm gonna jump off a cliff and die. There, now you can go and accept it. But I will die with you if so.
Same.
Why are you doing this? I
Because, Cohen, you are one of us.
know.
I don't think that you understand that we need you, not just your healing or your sacrifices, but we need you, Cohen. And if you're gone, we're not gonna have the strength to continue this damn journey.
But that's not what he said. He said that he would leave all of us alone, and that isn't that's
Yes,
the
and then
point.
when you die, you will be tortured forever. Do you think that that is actually counted as anything but a fucked up, idiotic deal?
If we can't protect one friend, I don't think we have any chance of protecting this world.
Come on, that's not what it's about.
And that is what it's about for us.
I mean, it's better that I get like a little bit of respite with you guys, and you know, help you guys, and
Death to a devil isn't the worst way to get out.
And who
Sounds
says
to
we
me many-
can't kill him? Like,
It's a difficult proposition.
Trying.
But
okay.
to kill a devil itself, particularly one like Demos, that is something songs are made of.
I think we almost had him last time, I think.
yes, and everything Cohen is basing his thoughts and his experience off of is from when he was alone.
Regardless of his decision, it's Cohen's choice. He knows how he feels, and how we feel about him. That he'd rather anything else happen than he give himself up to protect us.
Choice is his, of course.
Don't think I'm alone in saying I'd be glad to see him dead. And I'm willing to train and find whatever needed. Put him down for good.
There
You're
is
the one with value, Cohen. Demos is nothing. He's nothing more than a stepping stone between us and Alintasuna. You're the one with value.
If we can't defeat Demos, then what chance have we against Illutusuna?
okay. But Demos is too much for us to handle right now. I think Kristoff's suggestion was wise. We should head to Ballora to pick up a few amulets to keep us from detection. I'm not convinced that Demos won't have a way around it. At the very least, we can have some security. I'll learn a few wards that in an emergency will keep us safe, but there is the issue of passing time. To invoke such a powerful spell will take foresight. We need rest.
I'm sorry, Garrus, but I'm not certain that we're gonna get anywhere with it. We have just taken out two massively powerful spellcasters. We have another shard. We all have more power than we've ever had before. And I don't think that it would be too far beyond us to, I don't know, at least try. Because then it would be on our terms, no?
The rest of your thoughts? You know my perspective on the issue. Seems we are 1-1. assuming I can still hear everyone and I'm not just deafened for whatever reason.
No, that's just quiet.
I think you both have make valid points.
We barely survived the encounter with the devil when he was holding one hand tied behind his back.
We did.
Granted, he made it. That we did. I worry what playing a game on his terms would mean for us.
So do I.
We'll give it some consideration. I would like more power and more certainty before dealing with him. But what I understood, at least from the conversation, it didn't seem like he was in a particular hurry.
Don't really care if he's in a hurry or not. Just don't.
Let's go shopping.
Can't see
You don't need
losing
to be-
any one of you to him. That foul thing.
I've lost too much.
I think we all have. This is within our grasp to change. We fought him before. Sure, maybe he was.
To be fair, we were fighting with one hand tied behind our back.
Maybe. Regardless, even if I were to fall and die, I'd die with a smile on my face, knowing I tried my best to not be broken down again. To have my friends lost, fall into despair. It's a death worth having, fighting evil. We've survived so far. And wager we'll have more fights. Maybe not against demons, maybe against other things. But I think we have a chance at something greater. The strength of all of us.
Sorry. I concur. On the issues of the Flux Forges, we are quite near the Mossy Mountains. Of course, that means cutting through hordes and hordes of goblins and whatever other evils rest in the mountains. Your thoughts?
Goblins don't have a good reputation. So
I, for one, am in favor of concluding whatever business we have left in Talit, myself included, and then heading towards the crags. The Wailing Woods aren't likely going anywhere, and this way we're one step closer to your husband, Owen.
But the crags are massive, with thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands of caverns and crags, and we have no idea where to start looking. Oh well, he looks to Garrus. Perhaps we have an ish idea, but
I agree, intelligence would be useful. Elora is nearer to us than Vale in that sense. I'm not sure how welcome we'll be to peruse the royal records, but we do need those amulets regardless.
how much money do you have?
On me?
Haven't started looking in his
Counting-
pockets. Not a lot. I think.
Not a nobleman's salary, but 6 electrum, 36 silver, and roughly 300 silver, I believe, from the topazes that we collected. I'll have to check their value again. I'm no. It's the person who looks at gems.
Yeah, there was 22 topazes, right?
Roughly 1,400 silver pieces.
Yeah, and then we
Wow.
have the 6 elections. So we have about 2k silver, right?
Something on that order.
That was Tim
Sorry,
speaking
fair.
as well.
Navin's eyes sort of go like a bit wide, like just hearing the amount of money, like never seen that amount of money.
It's not
Yeah.
a nobleman's salary, but it's enough to get us by.
I can get us the amulets if we truly want them for that amount. But it will be everything.
I think it would be worth it if only to keep ourselves safe at night. I could also inquire with the college. I have done a few favors with them in the past. Perhaps we could strike a bargain.
I think it is a small
Right.
price to pay for protection.
We also need to sell off. Alright, I've been putting this off for a while. He sets the handy sack on the table, Wand of Magic Detection on the table, Wand of Secrets on the table, Robes of Shadows on the table, and the Eyes of Charm.
Gavin sort of grabs the haversack, like, yep, I'll carry this. Unless anyone else wants it.
I don't think so. What's this?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last parts. If there was,
Yeah, Gary
Bunch of
put all the items on the table.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Navin takes the haversack and like, I'll carry this, and
I take the Wand of Magic Detection.
I'm
I
not
can
sure
be
there's
back.
anything that would directly benefit me, so I'm alright.
I'll be back later tonight if you want them quickly.
Where
It'll be
where are
acceptable.
you going?
He turns. I'm not gonna go and make a deal with the devil. At least he gives you a wry smile. I'm going back home.
hope they don't cause you too much trouble back home.
They shouldn't. I hope. You
Give
see
your
him
sister my regards.
very much trying to avoid the conversation at the moment, and just kind of nods his head quickly, and like reaches out to grab the haversack because you put the money and such in there, right?
No,
but no,
not yet
yeah.
at least.
Oh, okay. Then he
I
would
gave-
reach out. Like
I
hand-
give him I
Yeah.
give him a pouch filled with 22 topazes and 6 electrum.
We're gonna need the silver as well.
I give him 36 silver.
Didn't you say that you had something 300 or 400 worth silver?
6 electrum. And 22 topazes that were worth 1400.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he would put back. Sorry, he wouldn't ask about the silver. Then you keep that. Yep. He takes the pouch, kind of
Can I
nods.
incite him? I don't believe him.
Sure.
I
He's just
don't believe
robbing
him.
us after all this time.
I don't believe
The long
this.
con.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. Why is it not?
I can't
coming?
edit my sheet for some reason.
I want to see my sheet, but I can't do it, so I'm gonna update.
You have to update the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you weren't technically in, I think.
Yeah.
Nor is Bryant in Foundry at the moment.
I understand now.
Oh, sorry.
Just-
Yeah.
All of the silver.
When
there you
Christoph
go.
leaves the tavern, and Navin wants to say
Or
something, but he's
broken.
sort of
Yeah, just
waiting
give
with
us-
it.
Pardon me.
He, like, when he looks at you, Cohen, and, like, you see him just. There is something very deep and hurtful that's currently close to the surface, and he is trying his best to, like, push it all down. Just gonna roll. See, I need to roll this below you. Yeah, it is most likely connected to what you were talking about before, and like emotions towards the like you not having your own free will and everything, and thinking that he's doing the right thing. So he just kind of quickly grabs the pouch and then turns and leaves.
As he walks out the door, I sort of shout after him, like, "You always have a place with us, Christoph, regardless of your titles."
He kind of like just as before the door smells like, but you smell too much, Navin.
Right back at you.
I get up
Uh,
out of my
Throw my
chair.
empty mug at him.
You see Cohen going up and going towards the door, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm hurrying up towards
Sure.
after him.
He doesn't turn.
Christoph, yeah, I continue trying to get a.
Yeah, I mean,
catch
you
up
can
with him.
get to it. Like, he's not
Yeah.
walking fast, so.
Okay,
But
yeah.
he just doesn't turn.
I'll get in front of him and hug him.
He kind of stands there motionless for a moment. And then he puts one arm around you. I had an older brother once. He was 10 years my senior. My mother and father controlled him completely to the point where he had no will to live. And on my 7th birthday, he killed himself.
I hug him even harder.
I have always felt that if only those shackles weren't upon him, if only perhaps if I could have made them a bit lighter with kind words or just my presence, he might still be here. And I can't stand you going down the same road as he did, Cohen. I can't bear it. Be it now or in the afterlife. You should not wear chains. It doesn't suit a human, ever.
I know. That wasn't your fault. I'm sure you were just a kid.
I know. I'm not taking it as my fault. It's my parents' fault.
Yeah.
But I need you to promise me that you will do what Morgan asked.
And exactly what was that?
That you need to live for the both. Because you're not only living for yourself now, Cohen. Morgan gave his life for us to have a chance. For us to, in the end, maybe stop whatever it is that he turned into, but we can't lose you to someone as small and insignificant as Demos.
Well, you're not losing me. I'm right here.
But without your soul, then what are you, Cohen? And with that, he kind of pries your hands off of him. Like you feel the few tears falling on your shoulder, and he kind of walks past.
Yeah, I'll just stand there.
Yep. Okay. How long until you go back in?
I'll actually just stand there.
So Cohen doesn't return after a few minutes. You guys are still sitting.
I'll probably go out and look for him.
Yeah. You open the door and he's standing there in the grass.
Sort of approach, stand next to him. wait for a moment. Don't say anything. So I put an arm around him. Go inside.
All right.
If you wish. If you want to stay here, that's fine. We're waiting for you inside.
Yeah. I'll follow.
Down at the table again. I have a few days, or at least, depending on how quick he is. Christoph, be quick at getting things sorted.
Ugh. I propose we sell the Wand of Secrets, at the very least. Is anyone opposed to such?
I know what it does. Trust you in this, Garrus.
Sex secrets. Cohen's eyes tend to be pretty apt at finding that. We have 2 lenses here. Imbued with them is a charm spell that can be cast roughly once a day. I'm not particularly fond of it. Cohen, would you feel comfortable using these? Or possibly Eli, I've seen you teleporting about.
And what does it do?
It allows you to cast Charm Person once a day. I believe the spell originates from the Illusion spell school.
Enhancements? No?
Also, yes, sorry. I'm checking.
Not using that shit.
Would Eli be able to use that, GM?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep that thing away from me, Garrus. I don't want to see it.
I know. Sorry, Cohen. I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Robe of Shadows. From what I can tell, it seems to be made of the weave. I'm just making shit up. From what I can tell, it just seems to protect its user.
Seems a bit small for me.
Cohen? I have a wand of magic detection.
What did you say? Sorry.
There is a robe here that we found deep within the Underdark.
As Garrus is talking, you see like his left hand do like this on the table, like very conspicuously, like towards the cloak, and like.
Seems like you want it.
Like it kind of comes back up on the table, and like moves towards the cloak again.
I'll take it. If it seems like Garrus doesn't want it, but the hand wants it, yeah, I'm gonna take it and just look at Garrus and just...
If the hand wants it, Garrus wants nothing to do with it.
Alright. Yeah. I'll take it.
Yep. You may have it.
Clink of glassware as potions are set on the table. I hand a potion of superior healing. I basically hold up a potion of superior healing.
I take it.
And that's Cohen. And a potion of greater healing to Eli. You already have a potion of greater healing, I believe. Am I correct?
Yes. I dropped one earlier.
Keep one for myself. We have a potion of heroism. It will do this. It will restore 10 hit points to it will embolden the life force of whoever drinks it and also cause them to be a bit stronger. And we have a potion of speed. We also have a potion of water breathing, but I think I'll keep that in cases of emergency. So, who's up for grabs, please?
you have coins for it. We're undecided. Maybe you could keep them for now, guys.
If nobody has a particular want for them, we are
Eli would
now
like one of
very.
them, but don't really mind
Promise.
which one.
I will hand
Never
Eli.
sort of
potion.
like swaps them on the table, like 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 which one?
Which one? Sorry, Brian.
I will hand Eli a potion of speed. We'll sell the
Alrighty.
potion of heroism for what gold we can make, alongside the wand of secrets. I think that concludes today's daily loot rally.
Nice.
A lot to think about and a lot to process.
Navin, would you know of any good bookstores within Talit?
Should
Think
not
we
have
read
deleted.
Yeah. DM, would I know, like, I guess, like, would I know a bookstore or would I know the neighborhood where the finer, like, artisan stores are? Because I assume it's, like, rougher stuff is, like, one section of town and like, the
Yeah.
more...
The Robe of Shadows doesn't exist, so that is why you can't find it. Like, the Robe of Shadows is a self-created item. So,
Yeah.
Um,
I
what
probably
type
shouldn't
of
have
books is it that you are looking for?
He's history of magics. Kind of relating to what I messaged you about before. You starting to think about that?
Roll me. It's a. Yeah, Navin could point you in towards like the bookstore kind of deal. Like it's not an actual bookstore, but they do have some books, and with them being rather close to the Greenskin Crags, you can roll me a d20. On a 1, 10, and 20, then they have something for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Close. Unfortunately, the books that you'll like reading the binders on for the rest of the day, like they don't have anything like there's a book on the Greenskin Crags themselves, and like you find out that's it's fucking mess being there. The goblins they have infestated it, like but you also well, first of all, would you even like care to read on it? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. There would be like some. The goblins are very like us humans. It's described that they live in towns, like they have a functioning society with different like jobs and shit that just everyone else would have, and that they have mostly been just protecting their own borders. Like they don't want war, but they've been forced into it because of the like race hate that's been going on for a long time. And there would be like a smaller side note that it's not only the goblins, but any like non-human humanoid that has generally had it pretty shit. Because humans are past that last part isn't in the book, but yeah, there would be knowledge about that. There are several like underwater lakes that all like lead out on the eastern side, and also that during winter, during spring when all the snow melts, almost everything is pushed into the lake on the eastern side, and then that water, because of the massive like glaciers that just falls down, avalanches, pushes the water east, and that in return makes a massive ass flood that makes Sula the swamp it is.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically just a shit ton of avalanches into the water and then pushes the water out there. There would be a lot of like legends, like, oh yes, there are many hidden artifacts and cool shit and then like at the end it's just like, but shouldn't the goblins have already found it if it truly existed? Roll me a D100 actually.
Making notes as well.
If you roll above an 80, it is very good. Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
Nice. Now we can actually turn this into something. You were. Oops. I woke the doggos. Dun, 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 dun. That is not what I wanted. Dun, dun, dun. Where's my NPC page? Here it is. Let's see. You look at the author's name, which is Zhao Elgada, Zhao, and then Elgada.
What's that? Okay.
And then you continue reading a bit about it, and you actually see that there is a story in this book at the end that
Ooh, yeah.
tells the tale of 5 party members who ventured into the Greensian Crags during the same period that you think that Garrus was talking about when the king had sent the party members in there.
Yeah.
And they tell like, oh yeah, we ventured over these mountains into a valley where we saw a massive settlement, stone walls and everything, very impressive. And we continued further into a cavern behind said city, and as we came to the bottom of it, there was a few weird-ass obelisk pillars, and around them there was goblin shamans who stood and did some sort of like ritual. They weren't very certain of what it was, but there seemed to be like slowly producing some shadowy thing in the center of this, and then apparently there was they died. Oh, sorry. Then killing these shamans before they did something, and there was also mention in this book about a large like iron door without a handle or way to open it, seemingly.
Okay.
But then they had to flee, and they managed to get out and get this information back to the king, whom then could prepare accordingly. And the Kingdom of Aldrich stood since. You have never heard this tale before. And this book itself seems to be probably a diary some sort, but written in like a way to try and inform somebody. Looking on it, it's not looking like something that has been quote-unquote mass-produced.
Yeah.
So probably one of a kind, perhaps a few more of them. And like everything that you're reading like very much aligns with the shit that you wanted to do in the Green Skin Crags. The location is a bit iffy. You could probably use the description of the city if you see it to find your way. But as to where that city is still... roll me another D100. And
Right.
I'll say on a 65 and above. Oh,
Yeah, boy.
no. There is a perfect description from the base of Urkanth up through these
Sick.
mountains. And into this, like past this city and down into the place where they found the door.
From our camp up to the city.
Yep. And then down past, and like it's describing very, very precisely like how you are going. Let's say that. So like, I'm gonna say it's a hidden message somewhere in this book, and you need to tell me how Eli found it and decoded it.
Okay. Uh,
And GM, just for the purposes of future shopping planning, how much gold can I expect to get for a potion of heroism, spell scroll of water walking, and a one of secrets? And whatever other junk is in my attic.
Wand of Secrets, I will say. Let's see. Where's the Wand of Secrets? Message from the Wand.
The local TSA will pay handsomely for it.
There we go, Wand of Secrets.
It's funny because it's true.
I'll say that the Wand of Secret goes for like 350 silver.
Okay.
The was it a scroll of water breathing?
Water walking.
Water walking, which is a third level spell, right? Second level?
Yes.
Third level spell.
For some reason, that.
Selling it, you're gonna get 125 silver. And then what was the last thing?
A potion of heroism.
Dun, 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 dun. Have HP and then 1 hour and you're blessed. This is the problem of building an economy from the base up. You don't have all the prices. Well,
I mean, you don't just make them up as you go along?
No, this is what we do. I would say that, like, again, selling it to them, so they have to purchase, like, sell it back. So it's a rare. I think it would go for 125. Yeah, 125 as well.
So roughly 600 silver to work with.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Could I sell them here and tell it, or would I have to hop over in a barge to Allura?
You can sell them here and tell it. Okay. Eli.
Eli notices that at the bottom of every page that is a prime number, there's a kind of like ink, kind of like there's a mark, there's like a inky thumbprint almost, and he notices that on those pages there's random letters within the page that are for some reason in capital. And following all of them slowly compiles a hidden message.
You may take a D6 of inspiration, and you now have a path. Do you have any way of transcribing it down yourself? Do you have a book and ink and such?
I don't think I do.
You may pay 3. No, I just take off the silver. You may pay 3 silver to get like a sheet that you can write some shit down.
Yep, done.
And then you have the path to what is possibly the next entrance into Greenskin Cracks, if you want to use it. Nice.
Thank you.
What will Cohen be doing for the rest of the day?
So the party split it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fuck. Yeah, I'll follow along with Navin. And just kind of like hang out with him and just like or I don't know, really hang out, but just follow him basically. Yeah. And after a while, I guess that he's going to Smithy. I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, he will return there and just like, his normal routine is always like working at the smithy. That's like, and he just falls back into that.
Yeah, I would say like after a while, Cohen would step forward to Navin a little bit, like kind of trying to get his attention, kind of sneakily.
Yeah, like you're like so like standing next to like
Yeah, basically.
sort of like standing like. Ding, ding. Yes, Colin.
Um, I was wondering if it's not too much of a hassle. Would could you teach me how to just, I don't know, handle a weapon and that kind of stuff?
See, like his face just brighten up and like, be my pleasure. Could use a break from this and like to quench the metal and like give me a bit of time to finish up here.
Yeah,
I'll meet you in the courtyard.
Okay.
I'll finish up the work piece to its next step, and then I like to and then go out and start sparring and showing Cohen the basic steps of combat, and then like Cohen probably knows the basics, and then like going past that and trying to teach the more advanced stuff.
Yeah. So for the segments, as a bard, you do get rapiers, long swords, and short swords.
Yeah.
All which can be used for dexterity. So I'm thinking that maybe this is just of a refreshment of those to be able to use them properly. And then I'm thinking that you'll get medium armor proficiency as well from this. I think if you guys want to spend another 2 days, so 8 days in total, I will also throw in the shield proficiency.
Ooh.
Gavin doesn't mind.
How does that work with a caster? Can you cast with a shield?
Yeah, I mean, just like a cleric would be able to, or anybody that has the proficiency. It's just, if you don't have the proficiency, you're fucked.
It's not a problem, but like the bards usually use their instrument or like they have some sort of arcane focus, and they you still like
Typically,
weapon and focus is always like, well, weapon here. Oh.
Yes, so there is going to be some but since Cohen doesn't play instruments, it's not really that much of a problem having. So it's just that having to swap between focus and weapon, if he wants to do anything like that. But before everything like that is decided, I'm gonna ask. Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
No. You.
Okay. I'm gonna mute Brian, Luke, and Simon. Sorry. Yeah. So if you guys want to go ahead and do something meanwhile, that's fine. But I will.
Do we have your permission to buy shit?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I can't move you guys, so I don't know how we're gonna do it. I think.
Wait, do you want me to take? We'll
No. You personally are staying. Like everyone else is getting yoted. It's just I'm wondering a bit about how
we can just move to the homepage.
No, yes, it's not that. That's not a problem. I'm just thinking it's fine. Just stay here for a bit, and then we'll go to a break after that. Gonna mute you guys. If you truly need something, then of course do it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So when you're like having asked Navin to help you, on get better at shit, you still have to, sit and wait for him to be finished with work.
Yeah.
Doing so somewhere on the premises is going to be like you're going to have to be a bit secluded.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so let's say that you're sitting on a rock, kind of overlooking most of the city and half of the Acorn Sea as well, like extending northward. You hear the constant clinging and clanging on the forge behind you, and suddenly you hear steps. and sitting down next to you, you just feel all of your hairs on your neck stand up. Seems like you have got some good friends, Coven. You hear Demos saying.
Yeah.
What cat got your tongue? There. I thought you were going to be all much braver and stand up for yourself.
Well, I I have a proposition to you.
Oh. His face lights up, the eyes getting redder at that.
You'll aid us with taking down Elitisuna. And you'll ensure that you do all in your power and might to stop the material plane and Shadowfell from colliding. You will ensure that I will see this task to the end. And after that, and only after that, may you take my soul.
That's a joke, isn't it? You're telling me to give up everything, time, power, and possibly my own life to help you, and in return, unless everything goes to hell, then I might get your soul. How is that an advantageous deal whatsoever, Cohen? Props, though, for trying, but no,
What?
that's not going to happen.
What, are you scared of Elitisuna? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
of course I am.
Why?
Why, I'm scared of a god. Why aren't you scared of a god, Cohen?
Well,
Hmm?
I I just thought that this would be for the best for you. Do you want Elitisuna to succeed? Is that what
No, I don't.
exactly?
I wouldn't want my dear friend going somewhere where I couldn't reach him. But your deal is not very satisfactory to me. That's all.
Okay, well, what do you want in that case?
Mm. All the fear and pain and screams and everything you can muster. I think I'm a little bit infatuated in you almost, Kevin.
So what you wanted now is that is, or
Oh, I'm not that impatient now that I'm, well, no longer in my own skin, so to say. I am more free to do as I want. You see, when your friend, the Goldie-locked boy, shot those arrows, he managed to break the pact that I had formed with, well, the head of the families. So I'm no longer bound to them to do what they wanted. So I suppose you did me a favor. Well, not you personally, because you're useless, but your friend. And I suppose no matter how evil you perceive me, it would sit wrong with me if you somehow had done me a favor that I hadn't paid you back for.
You're okay.
Whilst I would very much want to, and whilst I am going to try with every fiber of my body to get you back, Cohen, right now is not the time. I have heard the whisperings of what is going on with the material plane and the Shadowfell. And apparently, you are trying to save it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, if this plane vanished, then I would have no mortals to kill, to torture. That would be very bad. So I do suppose that I am going to let you try. But when you are close to death, on the verge of stepping into Vona's realm, I am coming to claim your soul. And the same goes for all of your friends.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
So,
No.
don't fail.
Please not. You said that you would leave them alone if I and I'll do that. I don't care about I really don't care about me and my soul because there's I
Well, let's make a deal then. You are going to kill my former master. And in return, I am not going to take your friend's souls.
Alright. Who is your former master?
Head of the family, of course. The ones that enslaved me to them.
You mean them?
Yes. He kind of bares his fangs at that. He doesn't seem to be happy.
So you want me to kill them for you?
Yes. The more the merrier. Let's say, for every one of that family you kill, I spare one of your friends. And if it puts your conscience at ease, they're not good people. They knew what I was doing to you, to all of the other slaves. They even had... I think I should even adopt that idea. They had scrying parties for their friends where they had orgies to what was going on.
What?
Yes. this torture was not merely for me, but for their satisfaction.
They watched and
Yes.
I'll do it.
Good.
What are their names? You have to tell me their names exactly, so I don't.
And that smiles. I would. And I think before we conclude, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with you in a bit, people.
Oh, but we're going back to that.
Yes,
Okay,
we're
cool.
going back to that
Just so I
part.
know.
So
Okay.
it's just Tim that needs to make
Yeah,
sure that
yeah,
everything's
yeah.
covered.
We'll be back soon. Okay?
See you in a bit.
Yeah. And we're back.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Demos kind of turns to Cohen. The family name is Longtail. I don't care who you kill. If you want it easy, I suppose you can kill the youngins. But
No.
they need to die. And for every one of them that you kill, your friends will live. And I won't take their souls.
I'll do that. But what about me?
Let's say this. If you manage to kill, I suppose, 4 of the Lancer family and save your friends, then I promise you that I will make you a deal or a test or a task that you can surely do that isn't impossible. That will allow you to walk free out of this as well. Good. So, just to reiterate, he says as he pulls out a smaller dagger and makes a mark in his hand. The lives of the Longter for your friends' souls. Should you manage to succeed, you will be granted another deal that might save your soul. Or sorry, that will save your soul should you succeed the next task.
And what happens if I fail? If
The first
I
or the
die?
second?
The first.
Well, the deal would technically still be there, so your friends would have to finish if their souls are unharmed.
Could you make sure that I can take care of it?
What?
I mean, if I die, can you bring me back?
No, I am not going to bring you back. If you die, you're mine, fair and square, and I am going to take you back to hell, where I'm going to torture you forever. And then when your friends die, unless they have finished the task, they will join you.
All right.
And just because I like fun and a challenge, you may at any time invoke my name to challenge me. Should you best me in combat, then you may make whatever deal you want that has to deal with your friends' souls and your own soul. However, that deal that is made may do no harm to myself. And if you do end up killing me, all of the contracts will be considered fulfilled.
You want me to try to?
I mean, then it's all faster, right? Because if you invoke a challenge, I kill you, and then you're in hell with me. So, it's up to you how you want to do. I'm giving you several chances because I like to see you struggle, because I know that you can't deal with any decisions, Cohen. No matter what you think of yourself, you're still a little slave at heart. Ah, well, he extends his hand toward you.
I extend mine as well.
Cohen, Mortsey, do you enter this deal knowing all of its contents and outcomes and possibilities? I need you to vocalize it.
Yes.
as you say yes, he clasps your hand, and you notice how the same mark like quickly appears on your hand, and it burns for a second, and then it fades completely away. He smiles and then like sits there, dangles his feet a little bit happily over the edge, and then like jumps off the rock and into just a portal, and he's gone.
Yeah, I sit there.
Oh no! Oh boy, the music's back.
The music is back. Yeah, well done, guys.
Stop, please.
Idiots, I will say. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that loud.
You laugh at our folly.
Yes, I do.
Who are you who is so wise in the way of what we should do?
I mean, it's fine, right, Cohen?
No.
Yep. All dandy.
Insight check, Sarah.
Oh, trust me, you don't need to.
All right. Well, it's been a good session, everyone. I've enjoyed my time here. What are some closing remarks we should say to commemorate this death of our characters? Holy water is fucking expensive. Guys.
Oh.
All right.
Navin.
Yeah.
When you're like unloading the scrap metal from the latest smithing project, I suppose. You see Kevin sitting on one of the western rocks, kind of outlooking the city and the sea. Roll me a perception to see if you actually catch anything. Nope. You see Kevin. That's it.
About my work.
Yep. I think when you come around the next time, like probably an hour and a half later, Cohen still sits there in the exact same position.
Sort of like leave the scrap, like put it where it's supposed to be, and like dust off, taking a little break from the work to just go see if Cohen's alright. Maybe grab lunch with Cohen.
You near Cohen, and you see this large ass dagger sticking out of his back.
Drop.
No, I'm just joking.
Like, what?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I had to.
Dude, that's not cool, man.
Don't you just take my heart and crush it?
God.
Oh, you fucker.
Loved everyone reaction. Not just go like, what?
Somebody clip that.
No, he's sitting there and probably turns. And
No dagger, right? Nothing in his back,
no
nothing in
dagger.
his throat.
No
Not
dagger.
Okay, good. All right. Fuck.
Oh,
Yep.
Navin, hi.
Yep. Hi, Cohen.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. How are you?
Keep been working on. You've been sitting there for a while.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just good to just gather your thoughts. I guess. So I'm.
Supposed
Do you
to do
need
it.
help?
No. I just saw you and I thought I'd come by. I'm probably gonna go get some lunch. See if you're hungry.
Sure. Yeah.
Go. Getting to clear your mind. We'll do it differently. I think. Me standing at the smith. I don't know. It helps.
Yeah.
So what are you hungry for?
Whatever is the delicacy here. I think.
I don't think you want the delicacy.
Oh, what is that?
It takes a bit of getting used to. But
Tell me
try
what
some.
it is.
What is the delicacy in
Like
a
surströmming.
Ew.
yeah.
No, it would be some fish related.
Maybe like gills or eyes or like head, like something that looks disgusting, I guess. But if it's prepared correctly, it's like
No, I think because yes, the problem with the Acorn Sea is that it's almost always dark underneath the surface because of the acorns being on top. So there's very little sunlight that kind of comes down. I think some eel probably would be what they would serve together with
some sort of berry sauce, maybe, or
yeah, I'm thinking eel and rice together with a cold like lemon sauce. That's I guess the very like not bitterness, but like the deep. I don't know what very earthy taste of the eel, and then like together with some sour and sweetness from the lemon sauce and the vegetables.
I guess takes some getting used to those flavors if you're not from around here.
Yeah, and we're back to being a food stream. Finally, I could do this again now after the 3
3 levels.
Yeah, I'll buy the local cuisine and then like get something more regular for Cohen and share a piece of it like so he can try some.
Yeah. I eat everything except for the meat.
Yes. So like the vegetables are perfectly done, and it's very different from the Holy Daring Dominion. It's much more like potato land down here. So there's like many what you call them, rotfrukter.
Root vegetables?
Root vegetables and such down here, yeah, because of the ground allowing it. I think, yeah, at this point, we all have to remember that Cohen is a vegetarian.
Yeah. So it's more like the sauce and like the potatoes. Yeah.
So over the next couple of days, I think that we're spending 8 days. Sounds like. You guys are sleeping in the barn's attic and not having to pay for lodging, and working for Hammerfell, and then being able to like pay off your food, and then on the side working towards his own goals, and then also helping Cohen a bit. We'll grant you guys a level up. Woo! So let's roll some HP. We'll start with Garrus the Barbarian.
Garrus the Barbarian, yes.
Yeah, I mean, with all the pluses.
Do I have a? Is it a D4 or a D6?
D6,
It's so small, I don't remember.
In fighting.
Right. Plus 3 plus 1d6 plus 5.
Do you want to keep that?
No, go ahead and roll.
9. Don't you actually get plus 6 because of your there you go.
Yeah, Tough is plus 2, Con is plus 3, and then I add another 2 to my Arcane Ward.
Yep. Eli, a D8.
2.
I have 76 effective hit points.
Yeah. I mean, that is if the ward is at max.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice
Boom.
roll.
I'll have that.
Owen, also a D8. 5, average.
Ooh.
Ooh. You have 4 below and 3 above.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll keep it.
Okay. And Mr. Nav.
Come on, you be alright. Yes.
Ooh, 10.
Keep them now on.
Nice HPs, boys, and I
Boy.
can't really say gal because technically Cohen is a boy as well.
Exactly.
So nice. So skipping the bard level 6 shit, then Cohen gets like re-proficiency, so to say, with his weapons because you haven't really been using them at all.
No.
So the 3 weapons. and then you get medium armor proficiency and shield proficiency. And it is possible to continue like training with Navin later as well to get more of the shit that he does if you want, but we'll see how we're balancing that. I think that we can balance it in the form of getting like lower spell points so that you still continue being a full caster, but you get less spell points.
Yeah, but do
you
I get
more
mana?
Sorry?
This.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
It should be at 32, right?
yeah, so it's the regular amount of mana minus the highest level casting spell. So I don't think so. You should be at 27, I think. Let's actually see. So if it puts you at 32 automatically when you level up, you remove 5 because that is the amount of a fifth or of a third level cast. And then at level 11, you start going above instead.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused because I can't change the level of Cohen or anything like that. It sucks.
That might be because it should.
Yeah, it should be in features, and then you edit the class.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 prepared spells. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Where
looking
it says
good.
Bard.
Yeah.
Yes. Later the first night, Christoph comes back and gives each and every one of you an amulet of proof against detection and location. You can all drag one in from the DDB items into your sheets.
Is it attunement for that one, or?
I don't think so. Let's actually see. Attunements are like you have attunements equal to the like proficiency levels.
Doesn't seem to be required in the Foundry at least, but maybe it's just a...
No, I don't think it is.
Sorry, what was it called?
Amulet of
Proof.
against detection and location. So if you search just in DDB items,
Found it. Thank you.
And we need to level Sristov up as well. Cool. Would the like? I think there is going to be at least once during the 8 days where Cohen gets smashed. With everybody being happy and such, and I'm wondering if what transpired would slip out during these 8 days.
Yeah.
Contested drunk roll.
I mean, it's up to you, but it would be a very, very kept secret, except for the orgy thingy. That would be something that he definitely spells. And tells them about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because he is fucking pissed off and he really wants to
I understand. I think that it might be that if you can outline what he would say.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm just wondering if we should have either an RP moment about it, or if it should be like you outline what they would learn during the days.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I can do it kind of quick.
I like some RP.
Yeah. That's fine with me too.
Let's paint the scene. It is... I need to set that up. I actually thought of that. Can I have a 2d6 roll, please, Luke?
Luke, you can do it.
Yep. Or, what is this? A roll for ants?
Ants attack!
Good reference.
Because if I remember correctly, nice, perfect. This is actually very perfect.
No.
God damn it, Demos is coming back again. Fuck!
No, no.
I don't want to deal with Demos right now.
He's such a douche.
I mean, he's a devil.
Just when I get out, he pulls me back in.
Oh,
If you roll it, Demos will come.
you guys have to deal with him.
What?
Don't you worry, he's gonna come back. I'm just gonna double check so I haven't written anything about what I'm thinking. Then we're gonna get going. Yes.
So confused.
There's only one. Yeah, cool. Nice. So the 8th of Rain, there is a festival being held over like most of Auber. It is called the Dance of Numindar, which is the god of darkness, and like his domains are dark, arcana, and magic. So it's like it's a very magic-heavy festival. So in the more rural areas, it's kind of not held, but it's a giant ass festival where there's a lot of dancing, a lot of alcohol, and the incentive of it is to ward off evil spirits and ward off any beings that could be like. The thought is basically we're dancing and chanting these weird ass words in hope to create a massive ass ritual that then protects the plane, the world, kind of deal. And nobody knows if it's worked, but like if it truly works. But it's done wherever you you follow the normal gods, so to say. And I think during this festival, as like you're all finished with the first kind of dance and we're all getting drunk, and then we may have the shit when Owen starts feeling a bit loose and tipsy.
So, like, what's your deal, Eli? Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of like you, but it's like, I don't know who you are. Like, it's mysterious, and I mean, mysterious things are pretty fucking hot, if you're gonna tell me, but, I don't know.
Eli has had exactly 370 milliliters of alcohol. That's it. He's just been pretending the rest of the night. Well, fond of all of you as I'm finding myself. It's a slow process to trust, but now seems as good a time as any.
Yeah.
What would you like to know? Go on.
I don't know. Like, do you want to know even more stuff about us? Because I can tell you stuff that will make you shiver in your boots and make you run home to mama. Basically. Pretty funny.
I'm all ears.
Actually, I have a good idea. It's a super good idea. I want to go back to the fuckers who decided to take me from my husband and have a fucking orgy party watching me be tortured. That I would really like to do. And you, Eli, and I point at Navin.
Let's go! Let's go now!
Yeah, you're the man for it. Like, let me just... I'm gonna, like, because of Navin, like, he's helping me out to kill those fuckers. Sorry, I said that now, Navin, but that's the truth. So, I'm gonna go in there and just like fucking tear up the place and kill every fucking single one of them, and that's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, and you were invited to go as well. Does anybody else want to come?
Christoph looks
Right
very
behind.
concerned at all of this. Looks
Yeah,
at
Cohen has never ever harmed another person like that. Never. Just so you know.
technically. Kill.
Well, no, don't even. No.
But the other people don't know about it.
Yeah, they
right?
don't know. But yeah, you do, you bastard. So, does
It's-
anybody want to come? Like,
We go now.
yeah, sure. Well, why not?
Go.
Where are you planning on going?
Redilla.
We're going to Redilla, of course. We're gonna go to that fucking cesspool of a city. And I'm gonna go there and be like, hey, you missed me, didn't you? Or, I mean, rather, you guys are like, hey, we found this fucking piece of shit that used to be your slave, so here you go, take him, and then once I'm in there, I'll just stab the fucking living shit out of them when they're sleeping. It's gonna be so much fun. And we're totally gonna get away with it.
What?
Too much bloodshed for my taste, although I do believe that most of them probably would deserve it.
Oh, they really fucking disturb it, yeah. They made me do stuff that, yeah. Like, yeah. They even made me, pleasure women and shit, and that's not even my thing. You know? Yeah.
Did you... Like, he looks at Eli and Garrus, who are probably not, properly drinking, and then at these two, and like... Is this something that we should pursue? Or should we just let him talk?
For
Let
now,
him talk.
I think let him talk.
And sort of goes closer to Cohen, obviously not very stealthily, like almost like over the where is
It'll get the dues.
Cool.
Crystal, I promise you.
Where it is?
heard of it? I've never heard of it.
That's because you're an outsider and you come from here. Like,
That's true.
yeah. It's like super far up, and you don't even have to have clothes on because you don't. If you fall asleep in the desert, it's not even cold. Like, yeah, I don't think it is. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But yeah, you can be like all naked all the time. It's pretty cool. But so yeah, it's up north.
You can all make me a general history.
They'll pay their dues, Christoph. Promise you that.
Disadvantage for me, because I'm a little bit refreshed.
I don't think that you're gonna know. I mean,
Yeah.
you might know just the name of it, so to say, but not
it's
more than that.
Yeah, that's fine. Try and
Yay!
mentally.
Hey, look at that.
Right,
I mean,
that
that
was for
makes
me, I guess.
With a -1.
make your roll as one, Navin, please.
Yeah.
I'm busy drinking.
Well,
Yay!
Absolutely not.
It makes
so I was
sense.
like, I think I've heard of the place, and then it's a totally different place. Like, oh.
So Redilla is the capital of the Holy Daring Dominion. It is. This is mostly then for the two that like everybody but Navin. It is the largest city upon Auber, that is known, with almost 500,000 people living inside it, and there's a lot to it. Like, it's basically split into 3 parts, with like the commoners and then the lower nobility and then the true nobility wards. And what both Eli and Garrus would know is like the Holy Darren Dominion is like a noble's word is the law, especially a true blood. Like if you guys walked in there, even if you guys are from another country and you piss someone off, and they like, and it's a true blood noble, they can simply just say, "You are my slaves now," and you are their slaves. Like there is nothing that you can do to that. It is luckily though that they, like true bloods especially, never mingle with the commoners. Regular nobles a bit more than so, but in general, stay away from their nobles. You would know that like the whole Desert Dominion in general is very they have slaves, as you know, because of Cohen. They care very much about their place in lives, and they like stay in their caste, so to say, quote unquote. Very like open sexual society, so to say. Like you're fine to be with a man if that's what you want to be. You're fine to be with a woman with several men or several women. Like nobody gives two hoots really, as long as everybody's happy, kind of deal.
And as long as you're not sleeping with the true bloods, unless they ordered it.
Yeah, like you are not allowed to sleep above your caste, and you're not allowed to sleep below your caste either. Like they will kill you for it. It is the oldest sustained empire, and they have been standing for a long ass time. Most of their cities are ancient. There's a lot of history, but most of the history is very dark, unfortunately. Like it's not a very kind place unless you have money and or connections. So just waltzing in there with only hope is going to do you nothing.
I think you're underestimating the power of friendship, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. So with that knowledge, Christoph kind of then turns and just like, Cohen,
That's my name.
I'm not really getting the picture here.
Okay. What do you want to know?
He looks to Garrett and to Eli, like, and then kind of, the whole story, I suppose.
The whole story? Like, from when I was in, when I got born in Bastard? Do you want to hear that? That's weird.
No, I don't really care about when your mother pushed you out of her vagina.
Ew, that's so gross.
Yes, I care more about these feelings of hate towards these people whom we haven't heard you talk about before, and why you're suddenly saying that you're going to kill them.
Well, maybe I just felt like, yeah, let me kill them because I don't like them. Maybe I didn't say anything because I thought that you guys were gonna leave me the moment I said that. Right?
Roll me a deception
Yeah.
with severe disadvantage.
God damn it.
That's not fair.
Severe disadvantage too.
Two
What
natural
is
Just
that?
roll over
No.
disadvantage and like
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there seems to be something behind what Cohen is saying. Something that really isn't the truth.
So, like, you know, I've had a lot of nightmares about it. But then I just, you know, it just hit me a couple of days ago. I was like, oh yeah. One of Demas's friends told me, like, that they like to check in on whatever the Demos was doing to me. So they were having some sort of fun party watching me. Yeah. Watching me getting fucking punished. So why wouldn't I want to kill that person?
Don't blame you for those sympathies and dislikes.
What?
I don't blame you for those sympathies in the slightest. It's truly horrible experience, I imagine.
Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. Is that only
I
me or?
don't blame you for I don't blame you for your sympathies in that regard. It sounds like a truly horrible experience.
Yep.
Person is gonna. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And they're doing it to other people. Like, I'm not even. I don't know. I might have been one of them, or I don't know if there are any others, but they're just gonna continue doing that shit.
This
Unless.
is not going. Once this whole thing with Il Tsuna, everything is wrapped up.
No, I can't really wait that long. No.
I will march with you.
I really
Right
can't
now?
wait that long. Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Christoph, some things, some matters, I think are best left forgotten.
It's yes, but you've been drunk prior and spewing a lot of emotion around you, and we haven't heard anything about this. And now, all of this comes after you have talked to Demos, and we've had
I
a
haven't talked to him.
deadline. We talked to him barely a week ago.
Yeah. Maybe I just saw him and I started to realize, oh, what the fuck.
Oh, what the fuck? Let's go and kill some what seems to be noble people in Radilla.
Yep.
Thought we were going now. Let's just sit down again.
Yeah.
I am rather surprised. If we were to head up all that way, I would expect you to want to check up on your husband, Kevin. I am concerned, but
No, I mean...
regardless of what happened,
Yep.
stand by yourself.
Refreshing as it is to hear you say something that you want, Radilla is a long way away and there's a lot for us to do between here and there.
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's a war.
That's fine. Like, I can slip in there. It's no problem.
What happens after, that concerns me. We go to Radilla, we go together.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine after that.
Could you just roll me a general charisma as Christoph tries to peer into your soul?
Oh my god. I'm so fucking scared of him right now.
Christoph, the lie detector.
Is it with,
No, just normal.
okay.
He sees, he looks at you, kind of squints a bit. I mean, you're too drunk to even notice that he's squinting, but he decides to kind of move over and, sit next to Eli for a bit. There's something he's not telling us.
Boop.
I've can sense
Circle
that
close.
too. I'm not sure if anyone could extract information out of Cohen if they didn't want to.
Now
Not
is our
directly.
only chance if we want to. When he's drunk.
I hand Cohen a drink, another drink.
Oh, yeah.
And
Cool.
bye, Christoph says, and like takes and starts chugging his drink.
What does that mean? Okay, whatever.
It means cheers.
Yeah. I'll just...
Slubidar!
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Nastrovia. After a while, like, Christoph kind of looks at Eli, kind of like, should you or should I?
Hey, look, it's Christina.
I'll
Christina.
try.
No.
He nods.
Yeah, sorry,
are we
stream.
standing? Are we sitting?
I'm assuming you're sitting at the moment.
We're sitting. So, Cohen, been thinking about this trip of yours, ours, all the way north.
Yeah.
What else should we know? I'm just trying to plan, think this out.
Mm.
We're gonna get rid of these bastards.
Yeah.
What do I need to know?
Well, you don't need to know everything because it's a secret. Because you're not the one that's gonna do it. I'm the one who's gonna... Well, you kind of need to... If I can't do it, then you really fucking need to do it. Because if I don't do it, then it's fucked. So...
We'll do it together!
Yeah!
Do you want to tell me just in case?
Just in case what?
Just in case you can't do it. Or so I can help you do it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can send poison to them? Like exploding birds? I don't know. Maybe.
You make birds explode?
I can't do that, but I've heard about it. Like exploding birds. I don't know.
Garrus probably can.
Yeah. I mean, that would be super cool. Mm.
Anton
the
definitely
bird.
can.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we would get Anton to do that, that would be super good. But don't tell Christoph.
What aren't I telling him?
Don't tell him that we have to go and do this. That's just not good for him to know.
How? I lean in and whisper, like, why can't we tell Christoph?
Because he's gonna be really pissed off, and I don't want to lose him. So...
Why would he be pissed off, Cohen?
I don't know, because we're gonna kill some people.
Does he know these people?
I don't know, ask him, he's a noble, so... Or, I mean, no, he's not a noble, that's not what I meant. No. But anyway, we have to kill 4 of them.
Okay.
4 of the Launter...
Lawn turn.
And tell? I can't say it in the...
Longtail.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can spell it for you.
Oh, bonus, thank you.
So we're gonna have to kill 4 of them. And I have 2 of them that are at the top of my list. And that's the Lord and the Lady. They can just fucking suck it.
Of Radilla?
No. No, of
Of the
that
long
house.
term.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can just suck it.
They can suck it, Cohen.
Yeah. Exactly.
What about the other 2?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, we can
But I'm
start
not
with
gonna
the-
kill anybody that's a little boy or girl. Just no, I'm not gonna do that. I
Okay.
don't do that.
Okay.
They have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So one of the others, like a sibling or, I don't know, cousin, twice removed. Fuck this cousin's uncle. I don't fucking know.
He's on the list?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know.
Do you know their name?
Whose name?
The cousin.
No. I just said that anybody that's, lawn tear, whatever, one of those
Okay.
people that it's not a girl or a man, a girl or a boy, small, small, like people that are,
Like little
young.
people.
Yeah.
More human. Yeah.
Yeah, don't kill them.
Okay.
That's not okay. I don't think that's a good idea.
At this point, like, Eli rubs his temples and drinks another 370 milliliters of alcohol.
Yep. In one perfect go as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So it's like
yeah.
you have a full glass, you drink, and then like exactly when you get to the point, you like turn it, put it down. Yeah. Cohen, you like raise your eyes to where you're sitting, and like you realize Christoph is sitting like right across,
Oh,
and like
God.
you look him looking at you, and he's like,
Hi.
"Why for?"
Because?
You're a shitty liar, Cohen.
I'm not lying.
You're a shitty avoiding the truther.
I'm not avoiding the truth. Just ask me and I'll tell you.
Okay, why?
Why? Because they pissed me off.
But why for?
Fine, it can be 5. That's fine too. 5 or 7? I don't care. But as long as it's more than 3, it has to be more than 4. I mean,
Why? Why not one?
because there are a lot of them and they're fucking assholes.
He looks at you, he's like, you're literally avoiding the truth right now.
No.
Fine. If you don't want to tell your friend, don't.
Well, you are my friend.
And friends tell each other things, no? Friends don't lie to each other.
Well, what happens if they have to lie?
But why?
To protect the other one, because if they don't, then they're gonna do something bad.
Who are you protecting? Us or you or...
You.
Why? We literally went over this. We had a big argument where I yelled at you to not take everything on your shoulders.
I haven't. I don't think I did. Or
You're keeping information from us that apparently could hurt us, right?
no, it could never.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
So you are taking everything on yourself.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna forgive you if you tell us.
You're not gonna forgive me.
And I think at that, we're gonna end today's session.
No.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh, and what have you done? Confess your sins to Father Christoph.
Now Sarah's gonna have a stomach ache for the rest of the.
I already have.
Oh God.
I'm freaking out. I was like, at the beginning of this, I was like, oh yeah, nice. Just an RP session. Nothing is gonna, bring
I
me
told you
down.
literally before we start, like, oh, you think this is gonna just be an RP session?
Nothing bad can happen to
Hear
us,
that?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're totally fine. I went over this with the DM at my wedding. I was like, please don't kill Cohen.
Oh no!
Oh, I would never let him die so easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're sorry for the cam setup,
Yeah.
and just a big proper shout out to Thick Matty
Yes.
with some extra thickness and love supporting everyone here at our beautiful little community. And it is just as Ben did say that the community is only as, the stream is only as good as its community.
Yes.
And except for Ben, we have a really good community here.
Except for Ben? Why are you
Except
counting out him?
Shade the bro.
Except for
Shots
Ben,
fired.
if it wasn't
Amazing.
be for Ben, we would be up here. But Ben drags it down by himself.
No.
Big
Ben,
bit.
I like you. I like you. I like you a lot.
Yeah.
Please don't kill us.
Yeah. and there we have Mr. and Mrs. Manning.
Yeah. We got
Yeah.
married. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
First time on stream
I'm not sure
together.
if anyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. We are just about
Not
ending.
anymore like a robot. I am currently stranded. And it's like blackout. I literally happened like 2 seconds ago. Now I don't have that. So this is my last message to everyone else. Remember me not as I am, but as I was on
The
the
shadows have taken him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. And with that, we'll say bye to everyone as well.
Yeah.
We will be back on Sunday at normal time,
Yeah.
which is 1900 CEST or 1 p.m. EDT.
So I don't have to have a stomachache the entire week. So that's good.
Bye.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.